In an interview recalling the greatness of the legend Kobe Bryant, Jay Williams shared a lesson about work ethic. And with his team visiting that day, Jay arrived at the arena early, knowing that he had the hardest task at hand of playing against the Lakers. And upon arrival, he saw Kobe Bryant already working out with a full sweat, shooting shots and planning and practicing all by himself. Now, Jay intended to shoot hundreds of shots with a full sweat and practice game time situations. However, his practice lasted about an hour and a half, and he decided to put an end there. However, he stood by and just to wait and see how long Kobe Bryant will continue. And he did for about 25 minutes before Kobe stopped. And Jay was so astonished at how hard Kobe practiced. Later on, after the game, Kobe scored 40 points. And after the game, Jay approached Kobe and asked him, "Why did you work out in the gym for so long?" Kobe responded, "Because I saw you come in and wanted to let you know that no matter how hard you worked, I am willing to work harder than you. You inspired me." Now, Jay learned the following lesson. You will never get better if you're not willing to put in the time. And so basketball is very similar to the game of life. There's going to be ups and downs. It's not always going to be easy, but if you constantly put in the work, that is the only way you are going to grow. Friends, why are we so comfortable with mediocrity? It seems to me that we can appreciate the drive that comes from understanding a goal, from understanding a purpose. And with that, we can commit to a process of obtaining that goal or purpose. We hear in the first reading how the people of God were enduring a difficult time of suffering. However, this was after they were delivered from Egypt by Moses. They were already given the law, how to live well, morally, and just, according to the ways of God, their maker and their protector. But they abandoned their ways. They desired their home, the place where they encountered God, Jerusalem. Therefore, the psalm recalls, "Let my tongue be silent if I ever forget you." They're referring to Jerusalem, their destiny, recalling and remembering who brings them mercy and who brings peace. It is God, friends, and God alone. But they forgot that process. In fact, they forgot the goal. Nonetheless, the people of God hoped for more. Consequently, this hope came to us as a direct response from God to illustrate that He is, in fact, committed to us and loves us tremendously. And if we remain committed to Him, we will always be set free. Friends, this is an invitation, not an imposition. God's love for us is free, and it is universal to His loved ones. That means that the people of God, or this idea of people of God, is not limited to a region in the Middle East, but inclusive of you and me, Gentiles, who can now know and recall their true identity in the one who gives life and the one who saves. And like we hear in the gospel, that God sent His only begotten Son to save all humanity as the perfect offering, God left no stone unturned in finding the treasure that He desires. That's you and me, friends. That's our love. And God's commitment to you and me is persevering. It is kind. It is patient. It is joyful, especially when our desire is not in the appropriate place. Imagine the times we searched diligently for our phones until we found it. I bet you flipped up that mattress up and down in the middle of the night, or even went to your car multiple times. And if it was at midnight, you probably turned on that light and searched under your bed for a long time, even if it was right in the middle where it's not easy to get. I've done that many times, as you can tell. And what about when you lost your wallet? Did you drive to the stores that you were last and ask the manager, hey, could you find my wallet? Or if you see this particular wallet, would you mind giving me a call? Never mind, I'll just go there myself and go look for it. And yet, 1 hour of talking to God intentionally at Mass can be too much for us, especially when we have the opportunity to be like Him in the sharing and compassion, in the sharing of compassion and peace to all we meet. And yet, instead, we oftentimes choose to be sinful. Needless to say, God loves us, but our love in return needs to grow. So, make the commitment. Be intentional. Maybe dedicate 15 minutes to encounter the Lord and pray to Him and with Him every day. And if you don't have 15 minutes, that's okay. Dedicate 1 minute. It could be at 7 a.m., it could be at 5 p.m., or even just before you go to bed. But don't remain stuck on not making a decision, because that is a choice. However, choose the one that will go further for you, further than any other creation. Choose the one that will never ever forget you, that will never ever leave you forgotten, that will never leave you wanting for anything, and that will never leave you as if you are settling for anything less. Because when you commit to the Lord, friends, you will begin seeing yourself less from your own lens or society's lens or from your family's lens, and you will begin to see yourself for who you really are through God's lens.